few weeks ago, I made a mistake on the road. I crossed over this barrier to go into a gas station. So I got pulled over. I got an infraction, a ticket for an infraction. The ticket had been transferred from an infraction to a misdemeanor, which is more serious. Somehow, with all the kids running around and stuff, I misplaced it. And I ended up finding the 2 pieces of paper. I realized that I'd probably missed my court date. Misdemeanors are held in criminal courts. And if you miss a date for a court appearance at a courthouse on a misdemeanor offense, they issue a bench warrant for you, and there's a warrant for your arrest. So if I was to get pulled over, I'd be with my kids, they'd cuff me, and they'd take me away to jail. And all I did was a traffic mistake, an honest mistake, I swear to God. I've always thought of myself as pretty powerful, because I've got money, I've got a good job, I have influence in the community. My wife's asking me, she said, hey, pack an extra pair of underwear if you're going to go down to the courthouse. You might have to spend the night and grab your toothbrush. And then I hear my wife explaining to the kids what a bounty hunter is. I said, there's no bounty hunter going after you. She was kind of messing with me a little bit. I went down to the courthouse, and I got a court date. Everything's cool. But I thought when I went there that I might end up in jail. And then I started thinking about our freedoms, because George Carlin once said, don't think you're free. Don't think your freedoms are a right. Your freedoms are a privilege. Just ask the Japanese in World War II how they got put in internment camps. If we decide your freedoms are over, they're over. That's one of my concerns about the Muslims, losing their freedoms in America if another event happens. I was depressed all day. I was sick all day. When I got home, I was kind of shaky, thinking, I could go to be in a jail cell, and then there could be some gangbangers in there or something, and, I can defend myself, but if it's some big monster dude or somebody with a knife or something like that, here I am, a family man with 5 kids, maybe getting beat to death or raped in prison, in a jail. It happens. So by the time I got home, I was depressed, I was upset, and I was thinking about how humiliating it would be if my kids had to watch me being taken off in cuffs. Then I started thinking about these Palestinian kids who've watched these soldiers break in, or Iraqi kids watch soldiers break in and beat their parents and take their parents off for no reason, kill their parents, and how I was just getting the tiniest little hint of an experience where I was so shaken that I was sick, I was depressed for the rest of the day. It took me a whole day to get over it, and it was so small compared to what it could have been. Still, I have to go to this courthouse. And if the judge doesn't like me, for a misdemeanor, even though it's a traffic offense, if he and I got in an argument, if I decided to use my freedom of speech and tell the judge he was an asshole, I could go to jail for up to a year. Is this a free country? I have to call this guy, yes, sir, yes, your honor. If I don't behave and show him the greatest respect possible, I could end up going to jail and be imprisoned. And then when you're in prison, things can get out of hand, and all of a sudden you can find yourself there longer. Just making me think about what our freedoms really are, and a lot of us who think we're free. I'm not free right now. I've got a court date. If I don't show up to this court date, I will be in jail. And it was because of a mistake I made driving in this free country. I'm not blaming the country. I'm just saying we should be really aware of our rights. I don't have a right to be free here. Someone could come arrest me. If someone accused me of something right now that I didn't do, they could just come arrest me and pick me up. Especially now with these Patriot Acts and all these new laws, especially if you're a brown person or a Muslim. They just show up at your house, take you away. Who knows what could happen to you. Pretty scary. So anyway, it was a good dose of reality for me. And I got a tiny dose.
Flavor on America!